Boom shakalaka, what's up homies? My name's D-Nice and we are here with Fate Stay Night, the visual novel. It was a thrust like lightning, a spearhead thrust to pierce my heart. Trying to dodge it would be useless. The hell did I just say? Being lightning, it's invisible to the human eye. Okay. But the lightning that tries to pierce me is repelled by the moonlight that tries to save me. What? Clang, a beautiful sound. No, the sound before me is heavier than steel. The armor she is wearing is not beautiful at all, as unrefined as the cold night. The sound wasn't beautiful at all. It was actually the sound of steel. It was just that the night is beautiful enough to turn it into a charming sound like a bell.
I
don't know. Am I your master? What kind of things can you do for me if I am your master? She asks in a voice that lights up the darkness. Response to my summons. So how did I go about summoning you is the question. Bruh. I don't know if I'm ready for a contract. I don't remember signing on the dotted line. Did we sign did we sign something? Is there a marriage certificate? Did we go to marriage counseling before we did this? Yes, the contract has been completed. When she chose me as her master, I'm sure I swore to help her too. The moonlight still lights up the darkness as if following the night's example. The shed again falls silent. Time has stopped. The scene lasts less than a second, but I'm sure I'll remember this scene vividly even when I've gone to hell. Now, why would you go to hell? Why? Because me personally, I would rather not like go there. So yeah. Wait, what? Oh, here we go. The face slightly turned, the quiet green eyes, the instant becomes an eternity. The blue outfit symbolizes her sways in the wind. A faint blue light filters in. The golden hair shines in the moonlight. Fate. Oh my goodness. All right, so here's the thing, man. How did I go about summoning? Oh, I have to click. Be nice if I actually clicked. This is the story from 10 years ago. This music is very loud, not gonna lie. I'm watching someone I know very well, a tall man with a deep featured face who, to my knowledge, has never told a joke, is patting my head. No, that's not quite right. I guess he doesn't know how much strength to use, so to be more accurate, he's grabbing my head and mashing it around. What a douchebag. I guess that's only to be expected. After all, it's the first time he's ever patted my head. I'll have to get going now. You know what to do now. You know what to do now, right? I answer the deep voice with a polite yes. The man patted my head, nods once, lets go and stands up. So that was it. If I'd known then that it was our final moment together, I would have made him laugh with my best jokes. I had practiced telling jokes a lot and hoped that I could bring a smile to his grave face. That's crazy. Like somebody saying, your face is grave. Like you just look like a dead person or something. I guess you could say I was sad that I couldn't tell him any of them. Put the association in your debt by the time you mature. I'll let you decide what to do after that. You should be able to take care of yourself. Even though he said such things, I guess he was still worried. He told me about the heirloom jewels, the jewels inherited from the master, and how to manage the basement. As he was telling me all the things I didn't know yet, I realized even as a child that most likely he wouldn't be coming back. Well, that sucks. A war had started. Not a war between countries, but a war between people. Isn't that like what wars usually are between? But the only ones at war were 7 people. Oh, well I feel like that's different. In a situation like this, the word war should be unsuitable, but here is a different story, as the ones in conflict are Maggie. Is it Magi? It's probably Maggie, because it's probably Japanese pronounced or whatever. The 7 Magi, each from a different faction, had started to compete for unknown reasons and killed each other in unknown ways. The man standing before me was one of them. He too was in a position to kill or be killed. Well, that doesn't sound like a life like I would want to live. He must have known more keenly than I did that his time was near. Rin, the Holy Grail will appear eventually. It is our duty as a Tosaka family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a Magus, you can't avoid it. So we have to win the Holy Grail because it is our duty as the Tosaka family. Got it. Once more, he patted my head and left. That was the end. That was the last time I saw the man who entered the Holy Grail War as a master and died. The man who was my teacher as well as my father. Damn, you just lost your father to the Holy Grail War. God, I saw him off politely. I knew I was on the verge of crying, but I shed no tears. I loved him. He was a great father and a great Magus. Among Magi, there were only obstinate people? Why do you say that? In the whole world, I don't think anyone had a better character than his. So essentially what you're saying is everybody else sucked. He taught me as a teacher and loved me as a father. Sounds like you were very close to him. That's why I decided to choose my path according to what he left me in the end. Rin, the Holy Grail will appear eventually. It is our duty as the Tosaka family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a Magus, you can't avoid it. In the end, he left me those words as a Magus and not as a father. That is why, at that moment, my path was determined.
Yoshi, それじゃあ一つ気合い入れて一人前になりますか。
It's only natural for a student to follow the words of their teacher. Or, I mean, you got some stubborn people. You try to teach somebody something and they just like, hey, they ain't trying to hear it, man, because they know everything. Since then, through many twists and turns, I, Tosaka Rin, have matured. You see, right? I'm not sure if matured people have to tell you that they've matured, but maybe that's just for story context. It has been 10 years since the winter day on which my father went to war. I haven't exactly been waiting for this moment, but I am excited. That's only natural. The event I have never forgotten about is about to start. Alright, so we got Wow, I was about to say July. January 31st, boys. We are at the beginning of the year, and we're starting it off with a wonderfully annoying-ass alarm clock. Oh gosh, man, that is the thing nobody wants to hear in the morning, man. Everybody would just rather stay in bed. Well, I mean, I guess there's just some people that are just like, I want to work, damn it. Something is ringing. Yes, something. Bring, 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 bring.
うるさい。止まれ。
Urusai, urusai, urusai. The sound doesn't stop. It rings loudly as if I'm an enemy.
何よもう。昨日は遅くまでやってたんだから。もうちょっと。
I mean, the alarm clock doesn't care how long you were up last night. Just saying. It should let me sleep in a bit longer. Yeah, I feel that every day. No, it has to let me sleep in. I was deciphering my father's will until early this morning, and I've used up too much magical energy. In other words, my mind and body are dead tired. I don't know, you sound light years more stubborn than the alarm clock. Well, actually, the alarm clock is a machine, so it'll be way more stubborn than you, because it will not stop until you stop it or the batteries run out. Oh my goodness. The alarm clock doesn't speak my language, so why does the ringing sound like it's telling me you're going to be late? Being late is bad. I agree, mazui. Very, very, very bad if you're late. You don't want to be late. Though that depends on the situation. Facts, but I think you need to look at the alarm clock to see if you're actually going to be late. I'm a good student, so maybe I can get to school at the last moment just for today. If you do that, then if anything out of the ordinary happens, then you'll be late. That's right.
あらかじめ30分ずらして目覚ましをセットしたんだから、あと30分は眠れるはず。
But you haven't even looked at it yet, though. Huh? Isn't that strange?
30分ずらして？
I look at the alarm clock drowsily. The clock is pointing exactly at 7. Were you supposed to... I usually get up at 6:30, so the spare 30 minutes have already been used up. Well, you're just ish out of luck right now. Why can't I think when I wake up? I stare at the alarm clock for several seconds. Shutting it off, I decide to get out of bed. Good, because your 30 minutes are up. Yo, this game is loud. Oh my goodness. Passing through the cold hallway, I enter the cold living room. It's 7 o'clock on the last day of January. Fuyuki City is usually pretty warm in the winter, but this morning, it's as cold as any other city. I can even see my breath indoors. What? Don't you have heat? And on top of that, there's no one else in this house to warm it up. Yo, use your Magus abilities or something and create heat. Turning on the heater, I head to the bathroom. At times like this, living on your own is inconvenient. If there were someone to wake me up before, the living room would be warm by now. I wash my face at the sink, I brush my long hair, and get ready. A cold morning, a cold sink. The only advantage is that the cold water clears your sleepiness. I don't know. I kind of do hot water. I don't know. Maybe cold water is better because it wakes you up. I don't know. I tie my ribbon and I'm all ready. All I have to do is eat breakfast and head out. What you eating for breakfast though? Looking at the clock, it's only a bit past 7 and I'm a bit disappointed. Man. I mean, can your Magus abilities like make you fly? Then again, I would never do anything as clumsy as running the school anyway. How is that clumsy? It is the custom of the Tosaka family to act with composure and elegance at all times. All right, I guess. Taking a custom like that seriously just meant that my family originated from a very high-class background indeed. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys liked the video, make sure to slap that like button, hit subscribe so you know when I upload the next one, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.